Hey guys, Daniel here. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have known that I promised to do a review of Star Wars The Force Awakens, which I kind of seen it a little late. I only seen it yesterday, Monday. Um, I had my reasons. But pretty much, I'm gonna try to do a non-spoiler review and keep it as short as I can, because this is the second time I'm recording this video. The first one, which I don't know if I'm going to upload or not, I didn't mind about spoilers, and it took me like almost 45 minutes long to make that video, so it's kind of a 40 something minute video. But anyway, pretty much I've seen a lot of reviews about this video this morning, and a lot of them are kind of divided. I heard some people saying it's better than the originals. I heard some people saying it's worse than the originals. I even heard some people saying it's worse than the prequels, which I don't agree with at all. But pretty much this movie kind of reminds me of two things. First of all, the plot part of it is kind of recycled, to give us that familiar look to it. So the plot kind of reminds me, and it is. I mean, it's kind of the recycled plot for A New Hope, which was the first movie of Star Wars being made. And some other parts of the plot remind me of those weird high school movies that we get on the 80s and 90s, I think. That, those movies that go on TV when there's nothing else to go. But yeah, I mean, we've seen some familiar faces. We cried with them. We shared some really awful moments. But overall, this movie is, in my opinion, and plain mine, this is my opinion, even better than the originals. This is pretty much my favorite Star Wars movie ever. It's not entirely new, but it's fresh. It's revigorating, I think that's a word. And it makes us feel every kind of emotions. I mean, we became attached to the characters after only seeing them for a couple minutes. We became attached to the story after only seeing it for about, not even half of the movie. The visual effects are great. The character development is awesome. I mean, the chemistry between characters is pretty much very well made. The droids, the humans, the aliens, they all fit up perfectly on a fresh story with not an entirely fresh argument. But, it's just amazing. This movie is a 10 out of 10. I've been hearing news that it now holds the box office record, which previously belonged to Jurassic World, which was another movie that I really, really loved. It's my favorite. Well, it's my second favorite Jurassic Park movie. The first one being the original Jurassic Park. But I'm kind of sad and happy at the same time, because my heart will always choose dinosaurs over lightsabers. But I really appreciate all this. I really enjoy that. If stuff like this, the box office records, have to go to some other movie than Jurassic World, I'm happy it is for Star Wars The Force Awakens, because this movie is entirely amazing. and pretty much right now I'm going to enter a bit of spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, which is kind of happens. I've seen it late. I have people in my friends and all that haven't seen it yet. So pretty much, if you haven't seen the movie yet, just stop the movie here. My spoiler-free review is over. I'm gonna start spoilers right now, so just bye. So I'm gonna start with the beginning of the movie, and that is the plot. I mean, the plot is somewhat recycled from A New Hope. The Republic is now kind of not a galactic order, but it exists. It protects the rebels, but the Empire didn't die off completely. There's still fractions of it, and they are now called the First Order. They are led by I'm forgetting his name. The 30-feet full guy. I can't remember his name. But pretty much the First Order is the Empire. They have a new weapon, kind of extra large Death Star, which is called Star of Death. I think it's kind of weird. But they are looking for this robot which has a map that leads to the location of Luke Skywalker. Now, this is 30 years after the events of Return of the Jedi, which pretty much means that after Return of the Jedi, Luke took the advice of Yoda and began to train and to teach a new generation of Jedi. But then the remainings of the Sith have returned, and they have seduced Kylo Ren, which is pretty much Han Solo and my dogs are barking. So let me just pause the video here. So sorry about that. As I was saying, Kylo Ren is the son of Han Solo and Princess Leia. I mean, it's 30 years from now. They all moved on with their lives. Even Luke Skywalker, as I was saying, he started to teach a new generation of Jedi. But Supreme Leader Snoke is the name I was looking for a few minutes ago. He seduces Kylo Ren. Well, before he was Kylo Ren, he was Ben Solo, I guess. But yeah, he seduces him to the dark side. He becomes Kylo Ren. Pretty much he is a spoiled brat because he killed every Jedi that there was except for Luke Skywalker. Luke took that as a failure and he couldn't recover from that, so he exiled himself. No one knows where he is, no one knows what he has been up to, and pretty much everyone's looking for him. And he left a map. He left a map with BB-8, which is the new droid, the circular droid, which he is completely adorable. He is like the son of R2-D2. And, well, everyone is now looking for that droid. So it's kind of the same plot as A New Hope. Anyway, then we got to see the chemistry between characters, and we see Finn, which was a stormtrooper, FN and then a number. He helps Poe, which was a pilot for the Resistance, to escape his imprisonment. And pretty much they became best friends. It was instantly. Their chemistry is very great. Is great. And it only evolves to better because they became like brothers in a matter of minutes. It looks really good. And well, well, pretty much, it's the same thing with Rhea. Rhea or Ray? It's Ray, but I mean, it's kind of a weird name for a girl, a woman. But she is a badass. I mean, she was left on Cadus. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Kaju, something like that. On that planet by her family, and she has been waiting for them to come back ever since. Now she founds BB-8, she rescues him, and well, pretty much the story starts there, because then Finn's came up, he thinks Poe is dead because there is no sign of him, and he just wants to get away, to get the farthest away from the First Order as he can. But then the First Order came in, they start blowing stuff up. They ended up in the Millennium Falcon, which has been stolen from Han Solo a few years ago. He's been searching for it ever since. They went to space. They found Han Solo, and they are attacked by a couple of smugglers. That pretty much was a confusing moment that sounded a lot like a horror movie, because there were tight spaces and octopus-like monsters. So yeah, kind of like a horror movie, but pretty cool actually. I mean, then they go to this bar where they met a woman that is kind of 1,000 years old. And pretty much she has the original lightsaber that belonged to Luke, the blue one, which hasn't been seen since Darth Vader cut off his hand. I have no idea how she gets it. She doesn't explain it. I don't think we will ever get that answer. But pretty much, Rey touches the lightsaber and she starts having visions. And in that moment, you realize that she has something to do with the Skywalkers. I mean, Kylo Ren comes... and this is going to sound a bit weird, but Kylo Ren comes from Leia's. Now, Rey, I still don't know how to pronounce her name. It's Rey, but I'm more, to say Rhea, because it sounds more feminine, kind of like that, I don't know. But she has to come from somewhere else, because there are no more Jedis on the galaxy. It's only Luke. Leia never took the Jedi part of her. She doesn't know how to use the Force. She has it. She can sense things and all that, but it's just that. So she has to come from somewhere else, and I suspect that she is Luke's daughter. Everyone suspects that. But then, they found the Resistance. Then, after being attacked, Rey is, kidnapped by Kylo Ren. Finn and Han Solo and Chewie and BB-8 go to the Resistance. They form a plan to destroy the new Death Star. And the movie evolves from that. I mean, from that on is a battle against all odds. It's the flight of the Millennium Falcon, is the light speed travel, it's the explosions, it's the hide and seek inside of the enemy base. It's pretty much everything we want on a Star Wars movie. And after that, it's the lightsabers battle, which are not as bad as anyone's saying. I've been hearing a lot of bad reviews about the lightsaber battles because they don't look like the lightsaber battles we are used to. But bear in mind with me, the lightsaber battles we are used to are lightsaber battles between characters who know how to use the lightsabers. They are trained. They know how to use the Force. They train every day with the lightsabers, battling each other, stuff like that. This is different. It's completely different because we have two lightsaber battles. We have Finn versus Kylo Ren, and then we have Kylo Ren versus Rey. Sorry about that, hiccups. But here's the thing. Kylo Ren killed every Jedi that's supposed to exist except for Luke Skywalker. So he hasn't trained. In years, I guess. So he is rusty. There's no opponent strong enough for him until this moment. And Finn and Rey, they never used a lightsaber before, so they don't know how to use it. So to see this dirty battles with lightsabers, it's really fresh. It's really good. It's pretty much it. I mean, it's not the best lightsaber battle in the movies, but it's one of them. It's gotta be on the top 3 lightsaber battles, something like that. And then sadly, we see characters dying. Han Solo, well, a little before the lightsaber battles, Han Solo dies. And this is because Kylo Ren, being his son, is kind of in a conflict between the dark side and the feelings he has for his father. So ultimately he kills his father so that he can choose the dark side. You know, it's sad. It made me cry. I really, when Han Solo died, it was just an awful moment in cinema history. But yeah, pretty much it sucks. And on that moment, when we see the lightsaber going through Han Solo, we hear Chewie screaming, and we feel his pain. We can feel his pain. It's really an upsetting moment. But anyway, one of the strong points on this movie was kind of the spoiled brat of Kylo Ren, because this guy is like the protege. He believes he is the strongest Jedi, well, Sith Lord in this case, of the galaxy, because apart from Luke Skywalker, which is nowhere to be found, he is the only one. And let me tell you this, we thought that Yoda was the strongest Jedi. We thought that maybe Palpatine was the strongest Sith Lord, and we thought that Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader, was the chosen one, so therefore he must be the strongest user of the Force that there was. No, I mean, this new generation of Jedi, the son of Leia, so it's like the grandkids of Darth Vader, are even powerful. I mean, they do things. They control minds, like not Obi-Wan Kenobi style, like these are not the droids you're looking for, but they control minds. They extract information just by using the Force to go inside the minds of the people they want to extract things from. They do incredible stuff with the Force that we never seen before. They battle with minds. They use the Force through their minds to go inside someone else's mind, and they battle with their minds. It's really a powerful thing to see. It's really a refreshing thing to see, to witness. But anyway, this movie was pure awesomeness. I mean, the visual effects were awesome. The sound was awesome. The story, even though it wasn't completely fresh, was really, really good. It sounded familiar, and that's why I think this movie is so good. Because it has that familiar touch to it. We see this movie and we don't feel like, oh, this is something we should never see. We feel like this is something I want to see again because it reminds me of everything that I felt before. It's really amazing. And anyway, this movie is getting kind of long. Well, this video is kind of getting long, so I'm going to stop right here. If there's anything I haven't mentioned, and I believe there is, just ask me below or comment below. Give this video a like if you enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, because, well, 2016 is coming. And with that, we are going to see probably one of the best cinema years in recent history. So I'm expecting to do a lot more reviews next year. And with that being said, bye bye.